I was mentioning my buddy Tyler Norman from Happy Dad, and he's a good friend of mine. We're going to Cosm tonight. We're going to watch the Mavs at Cosm, dude.
Sweet, man. I'm excited for you. That's really badass.
Very excited about this. And so he goes all out. When I met him, it was I think it was probably 5 or 6 years ago. And I still, you know how when you meet somebody and you put them in your phone and then years later you don't change it and it's still in whatever it was?
Yeah.
So I had him in my phone under the name Tyrion Lannister because he was dressed up at how I was like, holy shit. He goes all in on Halloween. And so he was dressed up as Tyrion Lannister, the little person from Game of Thrones. And he had his torso was attached to little fake legs who were it was on a small black table that he was carrying like a belt buckle.
Right.
And so the tablecloth covered his real legs. And so it looked like Tyrion Lannister.
I love those bits when people like change the proportion of something by having these fake legs. Like, that's amazing.
And so, you know, and he's known for like being a wizard when it comes to going all out. So here's a picture of Tyler Norman, just regular. Okay. So
who's he dressed up as there?
So he's just himself there.
I've seen him many times and he doesn't look like that.
He's he's at a country concert.
Oh, okay.
He's at Billy Bob's, and he's actually like that hand is Post Malone's hand. He's in a picture with Post Malone.
Okay. He's really admiring him.
And so he is at a country concert, and he's always knows how to hold the Happy Dad to give the label some love because he works for Happy Dad. So
that is a very 1992 shirt he's wearing.
Yes. And so he is you can tell he's not a fat guy, you know, he's a thin guy or whatever. And this is very important in understanding the context of how he went all out for Halloween. So he decided to go as Jelly Roll, the singer, for Halloween.
That's badass. Just to agitate KT.
And he goes.
He still hasn't explained what an industry plant is. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but he claims that he's an industry plant.
I love that because a lot of people say KT is an industry plant.
He is.
Okay, so
he's a
Jason,
dead plant that needs water.
Okay, so look,
he's dating a girl that's got an arm tattoo.
So his girlfriend or wife, Jelly Roll's wife, is Smoke Show, just like Tyler's wife. That's Camden. Okay. And so they went as the couple. So he is Jelly Roll and she is Jelly Roll's wife. His son Knox did the makeup of the tattoos on his face.
Does Jelly Roll have crazy hard white teeth or something?
Yes.
Okay, I've never noticed.
He has super white teeth. So,
that's amazing, dude.
So what's crazy is he actually has met Jelly Roll too.
Okay.
And so now keep in mind, he's a skinny guy. He's wearing 7X sweatpants and 7X shirts. And he's got a fat suit beneath him that's got a machine in it that's constantly filling it up with air.
He's basically Colin Farrell in The Penguin.
And so he was going around the party going, God bless Jesus. and
That's even better is when someone goes in character with how they talk for Halloween.
He would walk into a room and go, don't waste your time on me. And so it's so funny. But his buddy who owns Happy Dad actually sent it to Jelly Roll.
Oh, wow.
And Jelly Roll loved it. He was like, oh, that's incredible. So he absolutely loved it. So are there other pictures here of him or the video? Jason? Okay.
Wasn't that at your party where Shippy was DJing?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's my buddy Kevin Knight. You've met Kevin, and Kevin is that's in my backyard.
Who is Kevin?
Kevin, so Kevin went as a pimp, and his wife went as a virgin.
That's badass.
And so it was a pretty good juxtaposition.
Wait, so what did she just dress as KT? That was a cheap joke. It wasn't even funny. KT's married. He's totally had lots of sex.
He just had sex for the first time, he said, at his honeymoon. Anyways, I thought Tyler may have, he usually wins Halloween. He may have won. Leave us in the comments if you think that's a good costume or not.
I am jealous. I'm honestly jealous of people that have the energy and the creative drive to do something big on Halloween. Like it's to me, it speaks to a person that's at a place in life where shit is good, right?
Right.
Like if you can go all, like, I don't even know. I'm like, oh shit, it's Halloween. Does anybody have a mask they can hand me? Like, I don't have any time or creative drive to do something that's that badass. And when I see something go all out, I'm like, God, you're in an amazing place in life because this is fucking awesome. I mean, the energy you're putting out is amazing. People are happy to see you right now. I'm like, I wish I had the time and energy and creative drive to kick ass like that.
Yeah, I went with one of the punny ones this year that KT loves those punny costumes, and I thought
Right.
it's clever because I suffer from big man heat, as you know, so I didn't want to walk around in a bunch of clothes and a mask and be sweating all night. So I wanted something low maintenance. Like one year, I went as beer pong or something. I dressed like I normally would, and I had red Solo cups glued to my shirt.
Okay.
And
Right.
that was easy.
Yeah. That's good.
And so this year I had some first place ribbons and gold medals around my neck, and I was carrying a loaf of bread.
What
You
is
know what
that?
I was?
No. Okay. You had gold medals, and you're carrying a loaf of bread. I don't know what that is. Wait. Is that a bread brand? What is that?
Breadwinner.
Ah, that's good.
And so
That's good.
I thought it was good and clever.
Yeah.
But when my friend goes to that much trouble to
Yeah.
go of his jelly roll, he was so disappointed in me. I think he almost left my house when he saw that.
Yeah, it's a lot like when we, do a song thing, and you bring in an orchestra and make a masterpiece, and I just yell Tony Romo over a green metal beat. It's like, what is this asshole doing?
Yeah,
Put time into it.
Right. So, anyways, that was awesome. And then Saturday was, I want to talk about this briefly because it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in person. Bucket list item. I'm super proud of our little brewery, Rollertown, that you and I are invested in.
Yeah.
And we do fun things. And my brother, who's one of our co-owners and our CEO, Jonathan, he likes to do spectacle-based marketing. And so, like, when we came out with the Japanese lager, it was House of Warlords. He wanted to do something big, reached out to the Japanese consulate. They told him about this, is it Haiku drum performance line, and
Taiku.
Taiku?
Yeah.
And that's right, Taiku, and the Dallas Sumo Club. And so we had a proper sumo wrestling tournament. We've now done it, I think, 3 times, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger every time. And so for our Mexican lager, the idea was, well, what about luchadors? What about a Lucha Libre event? Mm-hmm. And I honestly didn't know that much about it. That's why I was asking Yvonne, our engineer, who's from Mexico, and who's very familiar with luchadors and Lucha Libre, who's giving me the whole history of it. And the more he told me, the more excited I got about the event. And so the event was Saturday. And Jason, I don't know if you can play this video, but we don't want any sound here with this. But basically, there were stilt walkers, face painters, luchadors. It was just a lowrider club, badass DJs. This is one of the coolest events we've ever had at Rollertown.
Yeah, we were basically celebrating Dia de los Muertos, which comes up this Saturday. But, we didn't want to do it on the day of because a lot of people will be doing it on the day of. So we wanted to do something cool and get it in. So we did it the Saturday before Halloween. Makes a lot of sense. It's a week away from other people's celebrations. And we were able to do something big and grand like this. And then whenever we do this stuff, we have beer releases as well. By the way, man, shout out to Big Lou Micheladas. They're great people. They've been out to the brewery many times, and they were there as well. They also make kick-ass ceviche if you're ever out at the brewery. But you can see it was a spectacle. And Duke's Car Club coming out there. They're based in Fort Worth. And so they brought out 9 cars. Maybe it was 8. But loaded them up. There's the Oak Cliff Soul Collective. If you don't know, lowrider culture and vintage old soul music go hand in hand. It kind of started out in LA and happens here in Texas as well. And then look at that, man. The Luchadors putting on a show. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'd never seen that. And so I really wasn't sure what it was going to be like. But
look at that kid.
I think next year's will be even bigger. And it was packed. Like, it was one of the most crowded days I've ever seen at Rollertown. And it was
cool.
And the kids were just having so much freaking fun. And the luchadors all go into the crowd and give high fives and take pictures with people. But man, it was a really, really special event, man. I was
That beer, by the way, that's something we did with the folks at Saludos Brewing out in Laredo. They're really good people. They've been up to the brewery a few times because I think that's like a 7 or 8 hour drive from Laredo. But that Choco Libre is a new beer that we released in conjunction with them, and it's basically a Mexican hot chocolate stout. It's really, really good. Gotten great feedback on it so far from the peeps, and I know I personally love it. So yeah, that was fun, man.
awesome.
I had to do Mav duty Saturday night, so I had to leave before the wrestling began, but was able to soak up a little bit of it. And really great times. Kudos to Crystal and Jonathan with Rollertown for putting all that together.